No, I'm good. I have plenty of leg room, yeah.
Seatbelts? Seatbelts, please.
Yes. Seatbelt. See it. Okay, 12-volt outlet back here.
How's your day going, man? Good, you? Okay. Perfect. Rain stops, so that's all good.
Yeah. So we are in a two-door Badlands. We got the large screen.
Yeah. Yes, I see that.
So this is a manual. So we do have the 6-speed with a crawl gear, so it makes it a 7-speed.
Okay.
We've got our goat modes all down here. Again, Badlands. So we've got our front and rear locker. We got our stay bar disconnect. It is a manual, so it doesn't have the trail turn assist.
Oh.
And then because it's a manual, it also has the 2.3 liter 4-cylinder.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this the lighter of all the versions, or?
I mean, if you went and got a 2-door base, it'd probably be a lot lighter without some of the tech, all the wiring. And
okay.
But
yeah, but if you wanted these options, you would have to get this model.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you want all the lockers and all the off-road, capabilities, then yeah, you got to get a Badlands.
Okay.
Badlands.
That's good to know. You got auxiliary switches on the top there.
Yep. You got auxiliary switches, and all the ends are right underneath the hood there, so it's easy.
Oh, easy access?
Yep.
Oh, nice. This thing's smooth, man, so far.
Yeah, it is. Good power on it.
4-cylinder, it gets up and goes.
Yeah, it does. My 4-cylinder, my Toyota definitely is not this powerful.
You can feel Ford did a really good job on tuning the suspension on these things.
Yeah, and it's the chassis is real stiff, which is good too.
Yeah.
You don't have that chassis flex.
And this is just, right out of the box. No special anything. Just
Here it
off
is.
the
Here's the
showroom
keys.
floor.
And
You
go.
can feel how smooth it is right out of the
It
box.
sure is.
Another neat thing is I got the rear diff lock already, 2-wheel drive.
Oh,
Nice.
High range. I don't have to be in low range. I don't have to have both locked to have the rear
Have the
on.
rear on.
Rear's on. It automatically disengages over 20 miles an hour.
Oh, so you can leave it on, you pop up on pavement, it just...
It will. Is it the best for it? Probably not, but we're only doing this.
Yeah, right. Couple of feet. What's going down here?
I was just hanging out.
Just hanging out. Oh, it's a off-road part, kind of. So do you work for Ford, or you got another...
Independent contractor.
Independent? Okay.
So again, just Ford really likes ride quality. You can feel it on the access roads, fire roads, etc.
Yeah, and this is what we do most of the time anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hear the NVH is pretty quiet. You're not hearing a bunch of rattling, plastic moving around. You're just hearing the rocks and the tire noise.
Yeah, I don't hear the top or anything.
No, it's solid.
Early reviewers were talking about the top making noise, but I don't know. I don't hear the noise that they were talking about.
And then we can go into our little goat modes here. So I can turn on the dial. I can start putting in mud and ruts, right? It's
Okay.
a little wet out, whatever. Automatically puts us in 4 high. Automatically turns on our front,
Oh man, look at
front
that.
screen.
Cool.
Get that lower
And then
view advantage.
And then if we want, since we're in the manual, if you don't want to get into your downhill assist, we can go ahead and put it into the crawl gear.
Okay.
Wow.
So is the crawl gear part of the 4Low, or is that
Nope, you can do it in
separate on the transmission?
Yep. You can do it in high range, low range, etc. It's part of the transmission.
That's great. Yeah, that's something new that I haven't seen. What's the reduction gear? What's the gear ratio for the crawl?
In 4 low
Yeah.
range. In 4 low and in crawl gear, it's 90, 91 or 93 to 1.
Oh wow.
This thing's thought out, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
What's the ratio on the transfer case 4 low?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay. There you go. Not afraid to scratch it up. That's good.
So again, we get in here, we can go and crawl.
I just let the clutch out. And
Yeah.
Yeah, now if I go into low range, so if I flick it down into rock crawl, it'll automatically disconnect the stay bar.
oh wow.
Oh, nice.
Okay, now we're in 4 low crawl gear. Let off on the. That's
Oh
just
man. That's just
90.
letting it do its thing.
Yep.
Yes, that is.
Or
That's a good
disconnect.
crawl speed.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's still super low.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I usually roll around here in 3rd gear. Another really neat feature is I don't have to have the rear on. I can have just the front on too. If I
Just
want.
the front.
Yeah,
Wow.
so you can turn around quicker.
Yep. So you're not pushing into the corners. So it's
Pulling out of the corner, which is good.
Yep. So it's a really nice feature that they allow you to utilize. Another neat stuff is now we're in 4-wheel drive. I can go ahead and turn on the trail.
Oh, okay.
Tire
Oh,
cams.
that is cool.
So we're actually able to see where the tires
Yeah.
are going.
Almost a 360 view there. Little creek crossing.
That's slippery. Too.
That's very handy to be able to see where the tires placement's at.
Yeah, it takes the guesswork out of it, and it also helps with muddy, snowy condition. I don't have to have you stick your head out the window. I don't have to stick my head out the window, see where we're
See
going.
where we're going. Yep.
It's getting
As
smacked
long
in
as the
ground.
camera's clear, but you can reach underneath it and wipe it off, need be.
Mm-hmm.
So the camera's located up in the mirror.
Yep, down below, underneath it. So y'all been checking out the Bronco at all?
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of waiting for production to get ramped up a little so that get
Sooner
some
or later.
choices. Yeah. Yeah. Once you get more chips and other parts, I'm sure.
Yeah, those semiconductors are causing big problems.
Yeah, and once the hardtops get all figured out and ramped up,
Yeah, they're still having some issues with leakage and
this is
Thanks.
a supply issue.
supply. Okay. And do most of the people want the Badlands version, or is it more of a
It's a mix.
Mix.
It really is, yeah.
I mean, it's a big step up in price, so
Yeah,
that deters people.
It's definitely a big mix between everybody. I mean, and it's funny too because it's a mixture. It's a big mixture between soft top and hard top.
How about that? I have a Jeep with both tops, and I probably leave the soft top on 90% of the time.
And that's, I think, where most people are at.
Yeah. And you know what? Well, this is insulated. It's got a little more to it, but the hard top's not much quieter.
Yeah.
You know, so you're figuring you're not doing it for the road noise kind of thing. I think yourself a little mud hole here, huh?
Yeah, there we go. Got good angles to it.
Like you say, you got your camera.
Yep, I got it.
Front diff locks.
Yep.
Yeah, we can just we'll
Yeah,
just
you're
lock them
gonna
all.
get dirty to your arm there.
Oh no, he'll be fine. we won't even spin the tires really. Again, camera, you know, we're able to see kind of. I'm gonna go ahead and get it into the rut.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Holy crap.
Okay, that's capable.
That is.
So difference, no lockers.
Yes.
Oh, they got no lockers.
They got no
Okay.
lockers.
Yep.
So I mean,
That's
pretty amazing the difference.
Yes.
So if I can catch
that
them,
was great.
just hold on a second. Let's see if we can catch them. So trail turn assist.
Oh,
Yes.
look at that back wheel all
Yeah.
tight.
So I was trying to catch up, and then because we don't have it, so the whole premise behind it is get in right here, locks up that right rear tire, and we can pivot, you know, around this corner.
Wow.
So it's like an old tractor. You walk up one tire and it drives around.
Just drives
It
around.
just pivots. That's the whole idea behind trail turn assist.
Almost like dig.
But that comes
Yep.
on the automatic only, right?
Comes on the automatic only, yeah. Again, I love having the cameras because
Yeah.
I'm able
the
to see.
cameras are
I
very
can go
convenient.
get out of the rut if I want. I don't have to go down that same rut that they did.
Oh, okay.
You know, same thing on the way up right here.
Just go up the side.
Go up the side, and then we want the crawl gear.
Not even spinning, man.
Wow. That's good.
And that's where that camera really comes into play
Yeah,
too.
right
Yeah, you
there.
can see right there. That's awesome. So have you been driving the short wheelbase, the two-door one mostly?
Yeah.
This is fun.
I like them both.
Yeah. And you get the Badlands in the four-door too.
Yeah.
So the options are most important. That's
Yes.
getting
Well, I'm
The locking
I mean,
diffs and-
I'm unlocked completely right now.
and there's no traction control kind of taking over.
I'm just driving it, ain't even spinning. You know, the one in front of us doesn't have the lockers or anything, and it's able to do the same stuff that we're doing. It's just you gotta drive it a little harder.
Yep. Can't get over how smooth the ride is.
Yes, it is.
I have a Jeep with a lift, and it's like you lose your teeth by now.
Well, that's another big thing with the solid front axle, or the bigger the solid front axle or not, is you get that smoother ride with the independent, and only time will tell is how strong that front independent suspension is, and the components in it,
Yeah.
CV axles and all that.
Well, I don't think there'll be any issue with the CV axle. I think anything it'll just be tie rod ends.
Okay.
Because you put the bigger tires on, and all of a sudden you get a little wheel hop or a
Yeah.
little flap to the side. It'll.
Mm-hmm.
I think tie rod ends are going to be the only
They'll
thing.
be the wear point.
Yeah, and especially when you put bigger tires on them. So if you start putting, you know,
Yeah.
37s
Put
and
a
an
lot more
aftermarket.
leverage on those tire rods.
Well, an aftermarket wheel, right? So aftermarket wheel be a lot heavier. Then you
More
put
offset.
different mud tires on it. Yeah,
Look at these mountains, guys.
You drive in some form for a living, or do you?
Yeah.
Shop. Okay.
No, I drive for the
Some form of racing.
Yeah, we race Ultra 4.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
King of the
Ultra
Hammers.
4. Oh,
Right,
you, oh,
look at that.
sweet, man.
Yeah, you're too comfortable going into corners to not be a guy that drives all the time, or
Yeah.
drives for, you know, a racer. Has that event gotten to be like a bit of a shit show, the King of the Hammers, with so many people just around, or is it still pretty organized and a good event?
It's organized. It's a great event. It's way more organized than when I first started doing it in 2009. That was when it was, you know, quote unquote a shit show.
Just
right?
a bunch of guys coming out.
But it was just people were everywhere. There was no rhyme or reason how to like keep the spectators off from touching the vehicles, etc. It was like going to Mexico racing. The
Yeah,
dog.
that was rough. Yeah.
So it definitely it's gotten better. this really isn't any bit of any obstacle, but what it does do is it does show us again that trail turn, or the trail camera here for the tires. So but I want to get,
you want to go right on,
I want to get right on that. Right, so
you can perfectly see that. I mean, that's,
you can find it.
Boom, that's where you want to go.
Okay, so you're able to place a tire on it, get up on it just a little bit. All right, you can't, we're not off the ground or anything special, but you can feel we're kind of leaned over to the side a little bit, right? The sway bar is connected.
Oh wow!
Disconnect it, so you can disconnect it under load, which is a super cool feature.
Oh, that's super.
So, you know, say we're out wheeling and we forgot to disconnect the sway bar, and all of a sudden we get in a twist ditch or something. We can go ahead and release it right there.
Yeah. Wow. Because that came out pretty harsh. That's
we don't have to go out and manually disconnect the end links, or we don't have to stop and get on a nice flat surface or anything. We can just do it right then and there in the optical.
Skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we got the Ultra 4 driver.
Oh, we have two of them.
Oh, good.
Yeah, my wife's behind us.
Oh, there you go. So, what company do you drive for?
I'm for myself, so I'm CB Motorsports.
Oh, CB Motorsports. Okay.
So I run the number 9 car. My wife runs the number 35 AZ car,
Okay.
which is the Monster Energy cable car.
Okay, I'll be rooting for both of you guys.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, I won the West Coast Championship this year, and we're going into nationals next weekend in Oklahoma. So
Oh, is that where it is?
yeah, so we'll do our dual nationals in Oklahoma. She's sitting 4th in national points. I'm sitting 10th in national points.
Oh, that's great.
You might have a good weekend.
It should be. I wish I was better in national points, but KOH kind of dictates where we end up national points. Because that's one race in our entire series we can't throw out. So throughout the series, if you ran, East Coast, West Coast, whatever, you can keep one of the better scores.
Okay.
And that can get your national points
your
up
points
higher.
up a lot. I race in Toros, so we got the same kind of.
The KOH is what it is. So I DNF on lap 2, so I got 680 something points.
Right.
And if I would have just finished, been one of the 20 people that finished, it would have been 900 and something points. So it's a big point gap.
You didn't have to really place; you just had to finish.
Yeah, and it's a huge point gap, and that just totally knocked me out of point contention.
National contention.
What did you break?
That one was 2 throttle cables got melted, and what else? I laid it over on its side and lost all the tranny fluid out of it, and at that point I was just over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't all happen at once, right? The throttle
it was
cables.
2 throttle cables, and the second throttle cable that got melted ended up putting me into the roll, and then that caused, the
tranny fluid.
Tranny fluid to all come out, and the new car I'm running right now doesn't have any provisions to have spare fluid. So I didn't have any spare fluid. The guy that helped me roll back over, that was a competitor, he already went through his complete spare set of tranny fluid, so it kind of was either hike back to a pit and get fluid and whatnot, and maybe finish by midnight, or this was one of the, I hate to call it quits, but it was just one of those deals that you just gotta.
Sometimes you make a decision. I've been in enduros where you're halfway through and your body's just beat up and it's stuck in a mud hole and took everything just to get out of it, and you're like, you know what, I'm not in any points contention at this point, so I'm just gonna call it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you very much, man. That was a great ride.
For you next week too.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for talking to us a little bit about your career. That's awesome, man.
Hold on, I did this one first.
Okay, let's see here what we got. Let's look at this thing, how it came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we definitely used it.